So hi all and welcome to today's video. So today we are going to discuss about the three pillars of a democracy system, which is the legislative, executive and even the judiciary. We also have the additional fourth pillar, which is the media or the fourth estate. So today's discussions will be in relation to the editorials which I found in the Hindu newspaper on 29th of July. So the discussion is in relation to how the judicial system or the Supreme Court struck down the 97th Constitutional Amendment Act made by the Parliament or the legislative. Now, when you're talking about the judiciary, they have the supreme power, which is the omnipotent. They have the right to review any legal procedures, anything which comes under a democracy of India. Since the Supreme Court is said to be the custodian of the Indian Constitution, they have the right to snoop into anything and everything made under the government of India. And if the judicial system feel that any law or any legal procedure or amendment made by the Legislative Council isn't against to our basic structural doctrine, they can intervene and have the basic necessary required changes according to it. So yes, judiciary comes above all these legislator. Now coming back to our executive and legislative. So who gives the power to question the executives? This is basically the legislative and the judiciary. The executive, which is the Prime Minister and his ministers, the cabinet ministers, council of ministers, are all collectively responsible to the legislative system and even to the judicial system, because everything and anything is under the judicial review, and the judges or even the Supreme Court judges, Chief Justice, anyone could intervene and ask questions related to it, what they are doing is right, or even suspend any procedures which is against the idea of our Constitution of India. So now coming back to a 97 constitutional amendment which was made back in 2012 by the Legislative Assembly. So this was made in relation to the cooperative society. So we have in our 7th schedule that we have union, state and concurrent list. So all these cooperative societies comes under the state list. So this 97th Constitutional Amendment Act, somehow they try to take away the power of the state list. That is, the cooperatives was in a sort of like taken to the union list to a large extent. So yes, this was challenged in 2013 in Gujarat High Court, but that was totally challenged by the legislative. So yes, back to the present. So this particular amendment, which is 97 Constitutional Amendment Act, was challenged in Supreme Court last week. So what they said is that what left to the state list should be left to the state list, and what left to the concurrent list should be left to the concurrent list, and they have no right, that is the union government or the union list shouldn't snoop in, try to snatch away in a way that this will affect the federal system of our democracy. Yes, we have a unitary bias, but to a large extent we are also a federal system. So this shouldn't be imbalanced. So yes, this 97 Constitutional Amendment Act wasn't completely struck down by the Supreme Court, but to a very limited manner, but still they intervened. So what we can find is that we have a democratical setup in which each other is looking after the other, looking for the checks and balances, more importantly keeping a surveillance check on each other. And if one make a mistake, one make a step back, the other will step in and take necessary arrangements to it. So I should say that this democratical setup can never be found anywhere else in the world, and we are fortunate enough to have all these pillars in our democratical system, which is providing us with justice, safeguard and more importantly harmony in our system. So that's it for today's video, and for more such videos click on to subscribe button and watch the other videos.